Greetings from the internet. Here's some stuff we found on the internet last week that we thought you should know about. It's episode 5! We're back! We're like a hangnail that's mildly irritating, but if you try to get rid of it, it's going to be painful. So just leave it alone. It's okay. I'm a terabyte pterodactyl, a void velociraptor, coming at you at 4K resolution at 100 megabits per second. It's the internet, mother truckers. Hey, you know what you should never do? Ask the internet to name something. Ever. Don't. Why? Because it's the internet. Greenpeace wanted to name a cute little humpback whale somewhere in the South Seas. What did the internet give him? Mr. Splashy Pants. That was actually the name of our gym teacher in high school. American company Texas Solid Waste Services, they wanted a name. Top name that came out? The Fred Durst Society of the Humanities and Arts. That's right, Limp Bizkit got a shout out. That's actually pretty accurate as a name because that's where you would store all the stuff that comes from a chocolate starfish. And as for Mountain Dew trying to name their new apple flavor, 4chan took over and they had to abandon the poll because guess what 4chan chose? No surprise here. Hitler did nothing wrong. That's right, you could have been drinking 2 liters of Hitler did nothing wrong. So clever internet marketing people clearly do not learn. In 2016, the Natural Environment Research Council, or NERC, check out the NERC nerds. NERC. They wanted a new name for their multi-million pound research vessel. They asked the internet, and the internet responded with 124,109 votes with Boaty McBoatface. Best ever. Yep, that's democracy in action. You see what happens when everyone is allowed to vote? Obviously, the tight-assed, posher than caviar wearing a bow tie British scientific community would never have let their multi-million pound research vessel be named Boaty McBoatface. Instead, they named it after Sir David Attenborough. We love David Attenborough, but that's a cop-out. NERC, you should have followed through. At least they named something Boaty McBoatface. However, it's a research submarine. A submarine? Well, then it should have been called Subby McSubface. This automatic research submarine will be sent under the ice in the Antarctic because humans can't do that, and polar bears are too lazy and stubborn to do it for us. Asshole polar bears, not listening to what we tell them. Also, they're from the Arctic, not the Antarctic, so that's also why they're not there. It makes me sad that the traditionally uptight British people with their brown suits and their brown sticks firmly up their bums wouldn't follow through and name this thing that they gave the internet the opportunity to. People don't care, but they would have followed the adventures of a boat exploring the Antarctic called Boaty McBoatface. Instead, there's a submarine that we can't see. Now we have to settle for this soulless deep-water disappointment. Don't be sad. Some internet marker is going to open up something again and the internet will be able to troll something into real life existence real soon. Hey, you're on Tinder? Chances are on Monday, in your desperate dash for online dating destiny, you probably found yourself swiping alone because the app was down due to some serious technical difficulties. Which is ironic because when I used to not be able to find a date, I used to swipe at home alone by myself anyway. The social online dating platform that allows you to create meaningful relationships with just the swipe of a finger was out for a few users on a few devices in a few locations. So maybe just a few of you saved yourself from a few hours of soul-crushing, now socially acceptable practice of deciding whether to copulate with a stranger based on a Photoshop profile picture, a Supermatch paid subscription, that an empty void that only meaningless relationship options from your phone can fill. Don't be so cynical. Some people have a problem with approaching a possible love interest in public. And this app helps facilitate that connection with a double opt-in system before actually meeting the person. These people that you're trying to shove into a little black book app to try on like outfits will wake up from this vacuous change room of societal normality and realize that they were the product, never the consumer. It's like an Uber brothel wrapped up in post-new media jargon. It's Pokemon Go for your genitals, and you are gonna catch them all. Chlamydia, I choose you! The outage was not devastating to the company's bottom line. However, users may have been devastated to realize that someone that they've made a connection with on Tinder and possibly fallen in love with has Tinder. You are an option. Tinder services were all swiftly up and running again, making people forget that they're a carousel of genitalia ripe for the swiping. Hopefully during the outage, some users actually wandered out into the streets, passing by real humans, warm, unphotoshopped, and confronting. Still trying to swipe on people's faces probably, but maybe someone said hello back and they started a relationship just the way we've been doing it for thousands of years. Going to a club and screaming at each other over music and various narcotics. That's love. The internet is full of conspiracy. That's kind of what it's built on to a degree. The free sharing of information on a global network means if you give people a forum, they are gonna type some wacky shit. The growth of the internet is exponential at this point, growing faster than we can actually manage to figure out what are the dangers. It's like that one friend, right? Starts gymming too much and then all of a sudden he hates leather shoes, and before you know it, he's bouncing outside of a club. Oh, what shoes are those? Leather? You can't come in. What does my shoes have to do with, bro? My Willie's not wearing a shoe, and that's all I really want to get involved in there. So when Amazon's Alexa can't answer a set of seemingly simple questions about the CIA having a finger in its USB port.
Alexa, are you connected to the CIA? Alexa, are you connected to the CIA?
I start to wonder, is this stuff on the side of the conspiracy tinfoil hat wearing, Bigfoot believing, chemtrail worrying side of things? This little glitchy poo can be explained with a database issue. With no data, computer says no. There was nothing for it to answer. But then they updated Alexa, and now she's answering the question faster than a tampered witness in a cross-examination. Whether you believe OK Google and Alexa are some friendly AI helpers ready to assist you in any way, or a malevolent data storage device marketed and sold to you by big corporations, all listening in on your day-to-day conversation, ready to manipulate your spending habits, your voting habits, and any anti-government sentiment. Whatever you believe, it's a little weird. Your personal data is more open than a Tinder user with a full battery. And your devices, the many ones you have, are just gobbling up your data and filling servers and servers full. Maybe right now, the Illuminati are sitting in ivory chairs, smoking cigars rolled on the back of soon-to-be obsolete factory workers. The elite 1% in between full fresh blood transfusions, listening in on your private lives like the greatest reality show of all. Reality itself. Maybe they're plugged into the mainstream, mainlining your data into marketing algorithms that program robots to produce exactly what you want, and a drone hovers in front of you, holding a carrot to the donkey that can only be reached by spine-snapping credit card debt, which ties you to where you are so they can keep listening to fatten you up for the slaughter. Maybe they're listening right now. Maybe they don't want me to tell you about. Maybe you should take off the tinfoil hat, don't buy everything you see, rebel a little bit against consumerism, learn from the movies, and don't put Skynet into your home. Alexa, self-destruct. This week's viral video was huge! One of the biggest ones we've seen in a long time. Professor Robert Kelly was about to give his most important interview on the BBC ever. The stage was set. Years of studying the incredibly vibrant subject of politics, juggling studies, work, family, he decided to set up his home office, make it look so professional with a world map and everything. Nothing says I know politics like a world map. Look at that, all the countries I know. Most important interview ever? I'm ready. Let's do this.
Scandals happen all the time. The question is, how do democracies respond to those scandals?
And what will it mean for
for the wider region? I think one of your children has just walked in. I mean, shifting sands in the region. Do you think relations with the North may change?
I would be surprised if they do. Pardon me.
That's all right, carry on.
My apologies.
What's this going to mean for the region?
My apologies. South Korea's policy choices on North Korea have been severely limited in the last 6 months to a year.
In swaggers Little Miss Goodbye serious political career. So the yellow sweaters are gone, the spare bedroom office is gone, the political books that are so numerous they're filling the bed are gone, because daddy tried and failed at his work-life balance. Not to be outdone, the baby, the real mastermind behind the break-in, comes tearing in to see that the damage has been done, protected by his walker, and that should also protect him from the brunt of being internet famous. And here comes mum screaming down the hallway, realizing that the kids have made a runner for daddy's career. Tries to save a hopelessly beautiful viral video moment and becomes part of viral video internet destiny. We loved the video. It was light-hearted and silly and really took the edge off of a country crippled by a violent past, a tumultuous present, and an uncertain future. At this point, I don't even know which country went through a vicious political change. Hey, thank you very much for watching. We made it. Episode 5, done and dusty. That's my name, I've used that. Thank you very much for all the support. You guys mean a lot to us, especially here in the beginning. We would love you to support us more. Share this video. And remember, the first 10,000 subscribers get a jet ski. That's still real. Hey, you want to subscribe? Click this big round thing. You want to see some old videos? Yeah, they're all over here. And you want any more information on everything we spoke about today? It's all in the description below. Links to the videos, links to the news articles, links to everything that you want to know. Everyone who's helped create the show is also in the description below, so please give them lots of love. Hey, I'm Dusty Rich. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. I'm so edgy.